Yo, what's up, manga fans? This is Raphael from C Manga, and I'm here to give you a review of this week's chapter of Bleach 558, The Wolf's Heart. And this was one of those beautiful chapters. I really did enjoy this chapter, regardless of whether there was much action or not. It was beautifully done, it was very poetic, and Kubo is very good at doing poetry when he wants to. And character development is, very good in this for Komamura. And as I said, that's another trait that Kubo is good at doing it when he wants to, and when he does it really well. And for someone like Komamura, who's like a second-rate character, he's not really that much of a fan favorite, or is he given that much love and attention from Kubo in the past. But in these past three chapters, we've learned so much about him. He's been given justice in terms of his character, and he's been promoted in such an amazing way. And he's had the spotlight on him in such a good light. We've learnt so much about him and his clan, his history. And the way it ended today, it was very depressing, but it was done in such an amazing way. And I have to give it up for Kubo for that. Ever since the reveal of the human werewolf kind of technique thing, he's just been on a roll, in my opinion, and I've been so impressed. But today's chapter was, as I said, quick summary. I'd say Komamura and his dad, you might as well say, was just like a synopsis and flashback between them. Komamura's dad is very proud of him, and he says, I'm proud to even call you you by your name, my son, because of everything he's done, but taking out his heart and doing the clan basically their honor by doing that. Bambietta's bombs were not working. They basically wouldn't explode, and they kept getting sent back to her. So when she tried it on the Bankai, and what hit her last week with the sword, when she tried that on the sword, it didn't work, and it just got reversed and basically blew up in her face and burnt her badly. And I think this is to do with the fact that the Quincy's, when they're in their holy form, basically they can absorb Reishi's like atom particles for souls. Anything that's a soul, a Reishi is like what makes them, is their build up. And Ryatsu is basically the power, which we all should know. And that Bankai was complete Ryatsu, so it was just pure power. You couldn't absorb it, you couldn't put Ryatsu bombs in it because it was already Ryatsu, so it was just getting bounced back and in her face and blew up, and it backfired badly. And I was surprised because I thought Komamura might not actually do it, but yeah, as I said last chapter, I was on the fence, and I'm glad that he actually beat her, he defeated her. So after that, Komamura tries his attempt to go to the castle, but his human technique is wearing out, and he's begging, saying, no, give me a bit more time, I want to go to the castle with this Bankai and kill Juhabush. But unfortunately for him, it pretty much is over. He's hearing flashbacks from his dad saying he needs to let go of vengeance. It's basically the same as what you told Tosin, it's throwing away your life. And regardless of you being the driving force of your clan, you need to give it up. And Komamura is changing, and I originally thought he was changing back, but he's reverting to a form that's actually worse. And he says, oh, so this is penance. And what he means by that is by trading in his human soul for vengeance, he's losing a human part of him that makes him, able to speak to humans, work on the human plane. So he's reverting back to a wolf, and he's becoming an animal, which was really depressing. So he won't be able to speak, understand. As his dad said, if you become a mindless beast and hate us for it, I don't have any ill will towards you. You deserve to. He's I'm very proud of everything you've done for us and, for the clan. And I'm proud of everything you've done. Obviously, he's depressed about this, but he's going back to reverting to a wolf, an animal, and he's apparently not going to have any human instincts. So it was really touching when we see Iba comes along, picks him up, and he's like, you're not wrong, Komamura, for what you did, doing this for vengeance. This is for for the good of everything, and in memory of Yamato. And it's I'll take you to the castle and we'll go and beat Juhabush together. And that bit just made me really kind of depressed, but happy at the same time. It's Komamura sacrificed a lot for this, and it's Iba and them, it looks like they're just going towards their death kind of thing, or a hopeless war against the king of the Quincy's. There's nothing they could do. So as I said, that part was done really well. I like how Kubo included Tosin, and the whole poetic thing of vengeance eventually comes back to get you, because it was the same thing with Tosin. His power eventually came and hurt him, and he lost his sight and eventually died. Komamura is losing his humanity and he's losing his power. So we see Bambietta is screwed. She's on the floor. She's screwing about, oh, I can't believe I lost the Shinigami. And her fraction arrive, and basically they're taunting her, and it looks like they were about to execute her because she was begging them not to do this, and she was really ecstatic, and they was like, oh, it's not going to be fun with you around, without you around anymore. So the Quincy's are very, ruthless. They always talk about, oh, we're the Shinigami are evil, we're better than them, but they're no better, they're worse. They'll kill their own like it's nothing. So the amazing part of the chapter, or you might as well say for what's going to happen next, we see two people flying down from the sky. You know where that's from, the Royal Realm. And we hear, yes, Rukia and Renji are on their way. They're like, I can see Soul Society, where it's getting dark soon. And yeah, they're basically very close to the Serete. And they're wearing similar garments to Ichigo, like the whole cloak thing, but we have like a closer look of Ruka, and she's got like goggles on and like a kind of, like a snow fairy hat covering her ears. So I'm guessing maybe that's for this the descent, how fast they're going, it's to protect their face and all that, and probably the coldness, or maybe it's just for style, who knows. But yeah, they look like they're come back, they look strong. Hopefully they are much stronger, because I don't want to see them get their ass handed to again. It would be bad writing on Kubo's part, but they look ready, and I'm looking forward to see who they're going to fight. I hope they get deserved fights, and not just going to get cannon fodder. They get to fight some powerful guys, and that will be noticeable before the end of the series. And yeah, that was the chapter for today. Going on the last part, I think that Rukia and Renji must have finished their training first, and they left like long before Ichigo left, so they've basically had a head start, and they're arriving now. Ichigo's obviously left recently, so he'll be arriving when things start to go to crap, like I said before. Then the hero will triumphantly arrive and save the day, kind of thing. And I think Byakuya might even arrive after, or he's left maybe just after a bit after Rukia and Renji, and Ichigo will be lost. Either way, they're not going to be there for a while. So Byakuya still has to beat his Bankai Stiller, which is as not all three of the four Bankai Stillers have been dealt with, unless Kandu is still alive. So that's as I said, that only leaves him to be dealt with, and I can see Byakuya having a rematch revenge for him. So yeah, that's all I can think. There's gonna be, now that we've seen Rukia and Renji on their way back, Ichigo is coming back. It looks like the fighting's gonna start getting serious, because as I said before, the cannon for the fights are kind of out of the way. As I said, Komamura's been the last one. So I said, I just can't wait to see what's gonna happen next. Now it's good to see the main characters are starting to get put back in the story. Hopefully we'll see people like Uryu and Grimjaw will eventually be revealed. People like that will start to pop up. And said, Kubo, keep this up, man. You're doing quite well with your storytelling, and I'm very impressed. So that's what I could say about this chapter. Very impressed with the whole poetic thing going on. Looking forward to see if Rukia and Renji were the first to arrive, and where Byakuya will arrive, and when Ichigo will arrive. And I just said I wanted to see what kind of powers they have, and maybe we'll see a flashback of what they did during the Royal Realm training, because we only saw a glimpse of it when they were like sparring, and that was very as I said, little viewing on that. And so yeah, that's what I can think. I can't wait for the next ones, and same on to you guys. What do you think? The usual. If you got any comments, opinions, or predictions about this chapter and the next chapter, leave it in the comment box below. Leave us a like, because it helps us out, and subscribe for more videos in the channel. Like if you missed last week's Bleach, you can check it up on the top right, and any other stuff we're doing, just check it out if you're interested. And I'll speak to you guys next week.